They may be animated, but make no mistake, these dames are deadly. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cartoon villainesses in movies.
Is everything ready for tonight?
Oh yeah, I thought we'd start off with soup and a light salad, and then see how we feel after that.
Not the dinner. You know.
For this list, we'll be looking at female villains in animated films that shine the most as menacing, charismatic, and just downright despicable characters.
Now, you keep telling yourself that because I don't want to hear another word about it.
We're excluding anime this time around, though. Also, be on the lookout for a few spoilers down the line.
What have you done? What have you done?
Number 10. Other Mother, Coraline.
I'm your other mother, silly. Now go tell your other father that supper's ready.
Be careful what you wish for. When Coraline first meets this being from another pocket of reality, she seems like the perfect parent. Aside from the creepy button she has for eyes, she's everything Coraline's regular mom isn't.
I didn't know I had another mother.
Of course you do. Everyone does.
She dotes on her and gives her everything she wants, all the while keeping the guise of a loving mother. And then things turn nasty.
Is that any way to talk to your mother?
You aren't my mother.
As the film reaches its gothic climax, the other mother is revealed to be a devourer of children's souls, using their greed as bait in order to ensnare them. Should that fail, she's not above resorting to violence. Throw in the fact that her true form is absolutely horrifying, and you have the makings of a solid villain.
You horrible cheating girl!
Number 9. Dawn Bellwether, Zootopia.
Congratulations, Officer Hops.
I won't let you down.
Looks can indeed be deceiving. When we're first introduced to Miss Bellwether, she seems like a sweet, shy, and clumsy sheep who's constantly getting pushed around by her lion of a boss.
Sir, if we could just review these very important... Oh, sir! I'm so sorry. Sir!
Okay, I heard you, Bellwether. Just take care of it. Please.
As we soon discovered, this is the perfect cover for a conniving megalomaniac who lacks any empathy for anyone else during her rise to power.
Get them.
Taking advantage of the tension between predators and prey, Bellwether manipulates events and the citizens of Zootopia until she's standing atop them all, showing herself to truly be a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yes, police! There's a savage fox in the Natural History Museum. Officer Hops is down. Please hurry.
No. And it was an almost flawless plan, save for one fatal error. Bellwether's confession by way of monologue.
It's my word against yours.
Ooh, actually...
And I'll dart every predator in Zootopia to keep it that way.
It's your word against yours.
Number 8. Madam Mim, The Sword and the Stone.
Want to fight? Want to have a wizard's duel?
She may not be the most intimidating of villains, but you have to give it to Madam Mim because she stays true to herself to the very end.
If you don't mind, I'll make the rules. Rules indeed.
With a love for all things wicked and an abject hatred for everything good, especially sunshine, Mim is an oddly hilarious ball of villainy that's still a pleasure to watch.
Sounds like someone's sick. How lovely. I do hope it's serious. Something dreadful.
That's not to say she's not dangerous. With powers that rival Merlin's, she gave us one of Disney's most entertaining and creative battle sequences, with her ability to shift between various animal forms almost instantly. Anyone who's nearly barbecued fiction's most famous wizard has more than earned her spot on here.
Oh, you see? I win! Aren't I hideous, boy? Perfectly revolting?
Well, yes, ma'am.
Number 7. Mother Gothel, Tangled.
Enough of the lights, Rapunzel! You are not leaving this tower! Ever!
Evil mothers seem to make up a large chunk of Disney's villain roster. Luckily, fabulous characters like Gothel managed to breathe new life into the archetype, giving us an antagonist who thrives upon deception.
Rapunzel, look in that mirror. You know what I see? I see a strong, confident, beautiful young lady. Oh, look, you're here too.
After kidnapping a princess whose hair contained healing properties, Gothel locks her in a tower and raises her as a daughter. While Gothel manages to convince Rapunzel that the world is cruel, and that the teen is safest with her for most of her young adult life, eventually the princess slips away. And that's when Gothel shows her true colors.
Rapunzel, do you even hear yourself? Why would you ask such a ridiculous question?
It was you! It was all you!
Cruel, vicious, and not above imprisoning and murdering in order to keep her youth. She won't be winning any Parent of the Year awards anytime soon.
Oh, great. Now I'm the bad guy.
Number 6, Lady Tremaine, aka the Wicked Stepmother, Cinderella.
Oh, please, you don't think that
Hold your tongue.
Presenting the original lady who pioneered the Wicked Stepmother role. She may not have any superpowers or even kill anyone, but her treatment of Cinderella and the fact that she does everything she can think of to spoil her happiness, Lady Tremaine skyrockets herself onto our list.
You clumsy little fool. Clean that up. And then help my daughter's dress.
Armed with an icy disposition, sharp tongue, and determination to marry her children off in order to gain vast wealth, Lady Tremaine's brand of villainy is a very human one, and in some ways is all the more potent as a result. After all, are there many more despicable things than robbing a young girl of a chance at a fairy tale ending?
Yes, just an imaginative child.
Madam, my orders were every maiden.
Number 5, Yzma, the Emperor's New Groove.
A few drops in his drink, then I'll propose a toast, and he will be dead before dessert.
Which is a real shame, because it's going to be delicious.
She's an advisor with mad scientist tendencies who will do anything to secure herself the throne, and someone who will happily kill off the young spoiled emperor and practically anyone else to do so.
To the Emperor, long live Cusco!
What makes her so different from the rest? She is hilarious.
Crank, why did I think you could do this? This one simple thing. It's like I'm talking to a monkey.
Oh, now.
A really, really big, stupid monkey named Crank.
Despite having a skeletal figure, her energy is utterly infectious, especially when it comes to her mass freakouts.
A llama? He's supposed to be dead!
Yeah, weird.
Sure, she'll use whatever means necessary in order to remove you and get what she wants, but you can't help but kind of root for someone who puts so much gusto into trying to assassinate someone else.
It's brilliant, 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 I tell you. Genius, I say.
Good on you, Yzma. Never lose that drive. Oh, and she's also scary beyond all reason.
And this older woman who was, how would you describe her?
Scary beyond all reason.
Yeah, that's it.
Number 4, Evil Queen Grimhilde, Witch, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Setting the trend for all great Disney villains who followed, this queen with a desire to be the fairest one of all presented us with a character that may be beautiful on the outside, but is as ugly as could be within.
Take her far into the forest. Find some secluded glade where she can pick wildflowers.
Yes, Your Majesty.
When her huntsman fails to tear out Snow White's heart, this amoral monarch decides to personally see to it that her competition is silenced, disguising herself as an old hag and supposedly killing off Snow White with a poisoned apple.
Oh, they do look delicious.
Yes, but wait till you taste one, dearie.
How fitting that the queen perishes just as she shows herself just how much of a monster she is, proving once and for all that beauty is not just skin deep. Number 3, Cruella de Vil, 101 Dalmatians.
15 puppies! How marvelous, how marvelous, how perfectly... Oh.
How best to summarize the evilness of this fashion fiend? Well, she doesn't appear all that intimidating at first, only seeming to care about what she wears and making sure it contains fur to some extent.
Isn't that a new fur coat?
My only true love, darling. I live for furs.
But then things get surprisingly dark. She pays a couple of goons to kidnap dozens upon dozens of Dalmatian puppies so she can skin them for their spots and make a new fur coat out of them.
I want the job done tonight.
Are we gonna do it?
Any way you like, poison them, drown them, bash them in the head.
If that's not sickening enough, just wait until you get a load of her road rage. Honestly, we still have nightmares about that face she pulls.
Oh, you imbecile!
Shut up.
Number 2, Ursula, the Little Mermaid.
Yes, hurry home, princess. We wouldn't want to miss old Daddy's celebration, now would we?
When the boss is on a roll, you make sure to get the heck out of her way. Manipulating the sweet but naive Ariel into surrendering her voice for a chance at true love. Ursula manages to secure herself the trident of Ariel's father, the king.
Say goodbye to your sweetheart.
She then imbues herself with terrifying magical power, grows to a juggernaut size, and turns the surrounding sea into her personal playground.
You pitiful, insignificant fool!
If you thought the ocean was a scary place before, chances are under Ursula's rule, things would be a million times worse. Good thing Prince Eric knows his way around a ship. Before we reveal our #1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Steal me the crown and all your dreams come true.
Respect. Power.
Banana!
Banana!
What were you saying, my dear?
Well, she simply said that you're a fat, pompous, bad-tempered old tyrant.
You get down there and find the big diamond, or you will never see that teddy again.
I told you, ogres don't live happily ever after!
Put the rabbit down.
You are going to be untied.
#1, Maleficent, Sleeping Beauty.
Well, quite a glittering assemblage, King Stephen.
It turns out that excluding this particular sorceress from a celebration is a death wish. The villain who stole the spotlight from the admittedly rather bland heroine, Maleficent places a curse upon the infant Princess Aurora, dooming her to die by her 16th birthday.
Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die.
Fortunately, a good fairy named Merryweather reduces the fatal curse to one in which Aurora will instead fall into an eternal slumber unless she's saved by true love's kiss. But back to Maleficent. This witch is not one to stand back and let things play out without ensuring they will go her way. So years later, when Prince Philip attempts to rescue Aurora, Maleficent goes full-on alpha, transforming into a demonic-looking dragon. If it weren't for the meddling of Merryweather and her fellow fairies, this villain would have ultimately won the day.
Thou sword of truth, fly swift and sure, that evil die and good endure.
Despite the fact that the fairy tale has evil perishing in the end, there's no denying that this villainess certainly left an impact.
Oh, come now, Prince Philip. Why some melancholy?
Do you agree with our list? Who is your favorite cartoon villainess?
With him out of the way and no heir to the throne, I'll take over and rule the empire.
For more devious top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
Well, you should have just stayed on the carrot farm, huh? It really is too bad. I did like you.